Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. A dark secret in your family has been exposed. Archangel Michael says, that the time for silence has ended. No more pretending that everything is calm, because what was buried for so long in your bloodline has now been dragged out into the light. This secret was never meant to reach you, but heaven has decided the moment is now. In the hidden places of your family's past, truths were locked away for decades, maybe even generations. The stories you grew up hearing were carefully designed, not complete truths but shields to cover reputations. Yet the shield is broken. What lies beneath it is truth, truth that brings both awakening and responsibility. The spiritual realm stirs tonight. Your ancestors are not at rest. They are moving, pacing, whispering. A name, a location, and a date echo again and again through your family's memory. And now this message comes to peel back the illusions that others worked so hard to protect. What you are about to uncover may forever change how you see certain people. This is bigger than betrayal. It is about identity, hidden power, and divine justice. You were born into this family line for a purpose. And now you have been chosen as the one to break what others tried to cover. A storm is moving, carrying with it a name you never expected. Type a man to get blessing 444. There was once a letter never mailed, hidden beneath floorboards in a room that belonged to your grandfather. That letter held secrets so sharp it was meant to be destroyed, but by divine hand it was preserved. The last person to read it has already passed on, but their spirit now presses to speak to you. Within that letter is mention of a woman your family never talks about. She was erased from records, photographs, even memories, as though she had never been alive. Yet you will learn that she was real, so very real, and she carried a part of your family's true legacy that others fought desperately to erase. The pictures you have seen were altered. The stories told to you were rewritten. And now someone still living trembles at the thought of this truth reaching your ears before they can invent another lie. Archangel Michael says this: the truth has not surfaced by chance. Heaven itself reopened this file. The ones who buried it believed they had won. But the time of silence is over. The truth is moving now, and it will find you. Type in to get blessing 777. Long ago one relative made a vow of silence. A pact was formed to never speak about a scandal that would crush the carefully painted image of unity your family displayed. That scandal was a relationship forbidden, covered in lies, locked away under fear and shame. But one man in the family could not die with the weight of it on his chest. Before he passed, he whispered a single name, your name. He hoped you would be the one strong enough to face the truth and live through it. This man dreamed of you. In his dreams you stood before the house where everything began, holding a small box wrapped in red fabric. That box is not a dream, it is real, still waiting, still hidden. Inside it are pieces of the story others swore would never see the light. Your family may try to deny it. They may resist. But what you are about to find holds the power to end generations of chains that lingered like a curse. Type in to get blessing 999. Inside that red box is a ring, an old photograph, and a fragile envelope. On the envelope is written a name, the name of a woman who was promised a place in your family but was driven away in silence. Her blood still flows through someone alive today, though they do not even know who they really are. The secret moved from sibling to sibling like a burden never spoken out loud but always heavy. And now it demands release. This is not about revenge, it is about setting free what was unjustly bound. You are the chosen one, the key to unlocking what has been hidden. This woman was not just a lover, not just a shadow. She was meant to carry part of your family's legacy. Her child was denied their inheritance, their dignity, their rightful place. And it was all to protect a reputation that was never as pure as it looked. Archangel Michael says, your family line was built on unstable ground, but you are the shift, the earthquake, the one to set it back into alignment with truth. This is your calling and the time has come. Type in to get blessing 1212, somewhere in a house that is now abandoned sits a journal. That journal belonged to a woman with the initials ML. She wrote quickly with desperation and with love. Her words cry out from the pages, warnings, truths, messages for the one who would one day read them. Those whispers you've heard when you are alone, those unusual dreams that return again and again, they are not random. They are echoes from her spirit guiding you step by step toward what she left hidden. She was silenced before her mission could be completed. But you will not be silenced. Someone in your family, perhaps an aunt or an older cousin, already knows parts of this story. They have carried it quietly, pretending it never existed. But heaven is placing pressure now. That pressure will rise until they can no longer hide it. The man you call your uncle may not be who you think he is. And someone who helped raise you is connected to this secret far deeper than you could imagine. As soon as you take a single step toward the truth, everything will start surfacing. Type a man to get blessing 1313, there was once a lawyer tied to the family estate. He saw documents he was never meant to see. That will was altered under threat, the rightful heir written out. The lawyer carried guilt but chose silence for money. He has passed on, but his assistant still lives. She knows more than anyone realizes. She still has files kept in a locked cabinet at a private place. And in those files your name is written. Soon, either by a call or a message, you will be led toward her. She has been waiting for the one who was meant to claim back what was taken, documents, evidence, a letter written for the one chosen to carry light. And that one is you. That name holds the key to the real origin of your family's spiritual blessing, and you were always the one meant to carry it forward. This is not by accident, beloved, it is destiny unfolding in front of your eyes, a story once buried now rising back to life. The chains of silence are snapping, the veil is being lifted, and the power that was locked away for generations is moving through you now. Do not fear it. What you are experiencing is heaven's way of rewriting what fear once tried to erase. In the coming nights you may hear whispers, feel warmth at your back, or sense a presence near your bed. Do not be alarmed. This is the protection of angels surrounding you as the truth awakens. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment you have been preserved for. The shadows that once lingered over your bloodline are trembling because the light is breaking through. The voices that tried to silence your ancestors will no longer silence you. Their attempt to bury the truth has become the soil from which your strength grows. Type Amen to get blessing 2020, a hidden journal still exists tucked away in a chest or drawer that others have overlooked for decades. When your hands finally touch it, your spirit will recognize it before your eyes even do. Inside are words that feel like they were written directly to you, words your ancestor longed for you to carry. These pages will not only reveal what was lost but also confirm who you really are. Archangel Michael says, "Your lineage is not cursed, it is chosen." And chosen ones always face storms before the dawn. The woman whose name was erased carries a presence that still walks beside you. At times you may feel a sudden chill or even the sensation of a hand on your shoulder. That is her reminding you, you are not alone. She carried divine gifts that were hidden, and heaven has decided they will no longer remain hidden. The spiritual fire that once burned in her is reigniting in you, and nothing can stop it now. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Soon you will notice dreams growing clearer. In them you may walk down roads you've never seen, meet people who seem familiar though you've never known them. These are fragments of memory flowing through your bloodline, surfacing now to prepare you. Do not dismiss them. Write them down. Each dream holds a piece of the puzzle, and when you place them together, a bigger picture will appear. That picture will lead you directly to what your family once tried to bury. An elder in your family will resist this truth. They may try to convince you to stop digging, to leave the past alone. But their fear does not belong to you. Their silence does not define your path. What they call danger, heaven calls deliverance. You are not here to reopen wounds, you are here to heal them. And when the truth surfaces, their fear will be replaced with awe. Type Amen to get blessing 919. The mirror, the locket, the heirloom, they are not just objects, they are gateways. Pay attention to how you feel when you touch them. Your spirit may stir, your chest may tighten, or tears may suddenly rise without explanation. That is your soul remembering. Do not run from it. These memories are not punishments, they are keys. Each object carries energy, and that energy is aligning you with your higher calling. Archangel Michael says, the enemy tried to use fear to silence your lineage because it knew the power your bloodline carried. But the enemy failed. Heaven has declared this is the season of breaking chains. The illness that repeated through generations, the patterns of loss, the confusion that haunted your family, they are lifting now. Healing is entering not only for you but for those who came before and those who will come after. You are the bridge. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. You may feel your body changing in small ways. A sudden burst of energy, a release of heaviness, even tears that come without warning. These are signs that the spiritual weight of the past is leaving you. As you embrace the truth, your body aligns with freedom. What bound your ancestors will not bind you. The cycle is ending with you, and the blessing begins with you. Do not be surprised if doors begin to open that were always closed before. Opportunities may appear suddenly as if placed directly in your path. Friendships, partnerships, and alignments will arrive without you searching for them. This is not coincidence, it is divine orchestration. Heaven is replacing everything that was stolen with something greater. Type Amen to get blessing 606, and when others question why this is happening to you, why you are the one chosen, remember this, it has always been you. The seal of heaven has been on your life since before you took your first breath. That is why the attacks felt so heavy. That is why the battles seemed endless. Because you were never ordinary. You were marked for a story greater than fear could ever control. Archangel Michael says, your voice is now the sword. Use it. Speak the truth even if it shakes. Declare your freedom even if others deny it. Each word you release carries light, and that light is piercing through the generations of silence. You were born for this very moment to turn a legacy of pain into a testimony of power. Type Amen to get blessing 50-50. Soon you will stand where your ancestor once stood, but this time the outcome will be different. Where she was silenced you will speak. Where she was erased you will be remembered. Where she carried sorrow you will carry joy. Her unfinished prayers are being answered through your life. Heaven has chosen you as the vessel, the continuation, the victory. And nothing on this earth or beyond it can stop what has already been written. Someone is watching you from the unseen, not with envy but with deep protection. A guardian has carried your dreams since you were a child, shielding you when you didn't even know it. They rejoice over how far you've come. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. When your soul feels drawn to a place you've never stepped into before, a home, a grave, a far-off city, do not dismiss it. That pull is not random. It is a map written in your spirit leading you to pieces of truth your heart has long been waiting for. Your voice now carries a new weight. It has become a trumpet in the spirit realm. Every word you speak from this point forward carries the authority of one chosen to bear truth. Use that voice with courage, with caution, and with faith. Those who once tried to erase the story of your family did it because they feared who you would become. They feared your strength. They feared your alignment. But now their fears are taking form. For the moment you speak the hidden name, a ripple begins. That ripple grows into a wave, and that wave will break down every barrier that ever tried to keep divine truth from you. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Do not be surprised if tonight your dream becomes a doorway. You may see hallways stretching into the unknown, a door glowing with light, or a figure shining before you. Walk toward it. Ask boldly for the truth to be revealed, and it will come through symbols, through signs, through whispers only your spirit can hear. Archangel Michael says, a scroll has been unsealed in heaven bearing the name of your family. What was hidden will now be revealed. What others refuse to see you will be shown. You are watched. You are protected, and you have permission to touch old wounds, not to reopen pain but to bring eternal healing. The spirit of the woman once erased will speak again, but not through voice alone. She will move through nature. Watch for butterflies landing where they shouldn't, for feathers appearing where no bird flew, for the wind rising without sound. Those are her whispers. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. And if even now you feel your chest burning, your soul stirring, your breath deepening, it means light has found you. You are awakening. You are remembering what was hidden. They called you strange for a reason. They pushed you aside because they sensed what was sacred within you. Now the reason is clear: you carry more than a name. You carry prophecy. This is not the closing of a chapter, this is the first line of a new one. The generational lie ends with you, and the generational blessing begins through you. Type Amen to get blessing 111, and if your spirit longs to support this message, you can release gratitude through super thanks, even contributions up to $10. Heaven is watching, Michael is guiding, and the story once buried is rising again through your very existence. This is not coincidence. This is your destiny. Live it unafraid. Type Amen to get blessing 3333, the truth rising in you will not only change your life, it will heal the roots behind you. Ancestors who were silenced, shamed, or forgotten will finally feel honor flowing through your courage. Every step you take is restoring their dignity. And as this truth expands, your body and soul will sense the change. You may feel overly sensitive, deeply emotional, or strangely alert. That is because your very DNA is being rewritten. You are being realigned to the truth heaven always intended for you. Strange things may happen in your space, clocks stalling, lights flickering, sudden chills on your skin. Do not fear these things. They are signs, confirmations that both heaven and earth agree you are walking in truth. Someone near you has been carrying pride in silence. They watched the same secret unfold and buried their own knowing. But your courage is waking something in them. In time they will step forward. They will confess what they know, and in doing so they too will be set free. Type Amen to get blessing 2323, once your family name carried a shadow. But now restoration has been spoken over it. What was shame has been lifted by unseen hands. The secret they thought would curse you has become the very fuel of your rising. The woman who was erased carried a gift, and that gift now rests within you. Dreams that echo reality, sensations in your hands, the ability to sense emotions not your own, these are not accidents. These are activations. The bloodline is shifting. Energy is rising. You are breaking cycles, ending the old, birthing the new. And for generations yet unborn you will be remembered as the one who stood unshaken in the storm, the one who looked back not in bitterness but in bravery to set the chained one free. Type Amen to get blessing 2424, a relative who always seemed distant held back for a reason. They saw something radiant in you, something too holy to face. But truth is thawing them. Slowly they will draw closer, unable to deny the pull of your spirit. Soon maps, journals, and family trees will take on deeper meaning. Study them. Notice the names erased, the dates shifted, the gaps that never made sense. Those missing links are threads to the truth. And if you feel called to a grave you have never seen go, that is where a fragment of your story still rests. Stand there, let your presence awaken her voice. The wind may rise suddenly. That is her, guiding you in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 121, when this truth is fully revealed you will not crumble, you will feel whole because false foundations were never meant for you. You were meant to stand on the unshakable ground of divine truth. The one whose actions began this shadowed chapter has long gone, but their ripple lingers. You are not here to carry their burden, you are here to end it. You are here to bring peace where pain once reigned. Yes, it will demand bravery, but you have always been brave. You lived this long with missing pieces. Imagine what happens when the whole picture comes into view. What you inherit may not be wealth or land, your inheritance is far greater: identity, spiritual strength, clarity no one can take from you. These treasures are eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. As this unfolds, be gentle with yourself. You are stepping not only into centuries of hidden pain but into centuries of power that waited for your arrival. And as you walk forward, know this: the heavens rejoice, your guardian watches, Archangel Michael stands beside you, and truth itself now walks with your name. This is not just your healing, it is your family's resurrection. Someone may try to twist the truth again, they may fabricate details to keep the original lie alive, but heaven has prepared you for this moment. You will speak with such conviction that their lies will crumble at your feet. A notebook, a hidden camera, an old box in the attic. Be alert to your surroundings. Spirit will show you exactly where to go and what to look for. You are not alone in this journey. And when you finally hold the proof in your hands, you will feel it in your soul, a sensation that no one can explain, a spiritual download that fills your entire being. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. From this moment forward, your life will begin to change. You'll notice synchronicities, repeating numbers, déjà vu dreams that reveal messages. These are not random. You stepped onto a higher spiritual path. Archangel Michael says, you have been chosen to bring peace to a war that was never yours. But you will do it, and your family will never be the same. The generations after you will thank you in ways words cannot express. What they tried to hide will be the very reason you're celebrated. What they meant for shame will become your shield. What they buried will now rise like golden sunlight. And those who still resist truth will find themselves exposed, not by you but by divine timing. Because once the door of revelation is open, no man can close it again. Type Amen to get blessing 55. You may start receiving messages from people you haven't heard from in years. Pay attention to how they speak, how they act. Some are being sent to help while others are being exposed. If someone suddenly acts nervous around you or starts pulling away, it's because they know they feel the spiritual pressure rising and they can't hide anymore. It's the fire of truth moving through your presence. Your bloodline will be rewritten in heaven's record books. The curse will be lifted, a blessing will return, and in time you'll write your own story untainted by lies, covered in light, rooted in love. The story future generations will read in awe. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. The season of confusion is over, the veil has been lifted, and your eyes will now begin to see clearly. You were born for such a time as this, to complete what others could not, to carry what others dropped, to shine where others dimmed their light. And now heaven walks with you every step of the way. You will feel guided like your steps are ordered, because they are. You will notice that the things you once questioned now feel undeniable. That's alignment, that's awakening. And through it all you'll come to know yourself like never before, not the version shaped by lies or silence, but the version that was always meant to rise. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You are now the storekeeper, the gate opener, the spiritual warrior who crossed the fire and lived. And no matter who doubts you, questions you, or walks away from you, you will not be shaken, because you were touched by light, because Archangel Michael stood at your side, because truth runs through your bones like a river finding its way back to the sea. You were chosen to finish the unfinished, to speak what was unspoken, to restore what was taken. And now it begins. You are the final chapter they never saw coming. Type Amen to get blessing 333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. As your journey deepens, so will the intensity of the energy around you. Don't be surprised if people start reacting to you differently, some drawn, others uncomfortable. It's because the truth you carry now radiates through your presence, and those with hidden intentions feel it before you even speak. You might find yourself waking up at strange hours, especially between 3 and 5 a.m. That's when the veil is thinnest and spirit messages pass through clearly. During those moments, keep still. Your ancestors will begin showing you visions and fragments of the past. A specific sound, maybe an old song, a melody, a chant, will start playing randomly or enter your mind. That sound was once sung by the woman they tried to erase. That vibration has returned to your soul to activate memory very deep inside. Someone very close to you is going to act strangely. They might try to distract you, change the subject, or even pretend none of this matters. But inside they are terrified that what you know will set fire to the wall of silence they helped build. Type Amen to get blessing 6262. The woman who was erased never got to tell her side of the story. She died misunderstood, blamed for things that weren't her fault. She tried to protect her child, but her voice was cut short. That child lived in shame, thinking they were unwanted. They never knew the truth. And now it's you who holds the power to bring them peace. You are standing at the center of divine justice. The wheel has turned, and now you must speak for those who were silenced. Heaven will strengthen your voice every time you open your mouth with truth. There will be resistance, but it will not last. Because when something is anointed by heaven, no lie can stand against it. Type Amen to get blessing 8181. Old arguments, misunderstandings, and strange rifts between family members all stem from this hidden truth. It has poisoned hearts, broken trust, and created illusions of loyalty where betrayal once stood. But now the root is being pulled out. When that happens, emotions will rise. Some will cry, others will deny, but deep down everyone will know it's time. One relative, possibly older, will try to stop you from digging further. But their fear is not your burden. You were not chosen to protect egos, you were chosen to protect truth. You will soon be led to a place you've never been before. It may be a storage unit, an old bedroom, or even a locked drawer. What you find there will bring you to tears. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. But those tears will not be of sorrow alone, they will be tears of release, of chains breaking, of a story finally told. For what has been hidden will no longer hold power. What was once whispered in shame will now be declared in freedom. And as the truth rises, so will you. This is your appointed time, and heaven is making sure nothing will be able to stop it. There will come a season when every hidden knot in your family line begins to unravel. The secrets that once demanded silence will start demanding voice. And you will realize why your spirit always felt restless, why you were drawn to questions others avoided. It wasn't curiosity, it was calling. You were chosen to carry this torch of truth. Others may have sensed it but lacked the courage. But heaven equipped you with both the tenderness to heal and the strength to stand. God says, you were never sent to destroy but to restore. The truth that rises now is not chaos, it is alignment. Do not fear the shifting ground. Every crack in the foundation is making way for new roots of peace to take hold. Archangel Michael says, the armor around you is unshakable. Even when tongues rise, even when fear surrounds, you are covered. The words of truth cannot be undone, for they are sealed in heaven. Move forward without hesitation. Type Amen to get blessing 222. You will begin to see patterns repeating in stories told by different relatives. At first they may sound disconnected, but soon the puzzle will complete itself. a phrase, a photograph, a date. Small details will begin to connect like constellations in the night sky. What was once scattered will form a clear picture. And in that moment you will understand why heaven chose you for this task. This is not only about one person, it is about unlocking the flow for an entire bloodline. The erase story was not just personal, it was generational. Every silence, every cover-up created ripples of lack, confusion and fear, but you stepping into truth is the act that stops the ripple and begins a new wave. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Finances that slipped through fingers will stabilize, relationships once fractured will heal in ways no human effort could have achieved. And you will notice synchronicities multiplying, numbers, songs, dreams, even sudden meetings with strangers who feel like family. These are confirmations from heaven that you are walking in alignment. God says, "The land and the blood cry out for restoration, and restoration has begun." You are not carrying this alone. Heaven's hand is steadying yours. Where others will see coincidence, you will see providence. Where they see risk, you will see destiny. Do not be discouraged by the resistance. Some will try to dismiss what you've uncovered because admitting it means rewriting their own story. They may laugh or ignore or even accuse, but remember, light doesn't need validation to shine. The truth doesn't wait for permission. Type Amen to get blessing 144. At night when dreams flood in with faces and places you cannot explain, write them down. These are not random, they are maps. They carry clues that will lead you to what was once hidden. Trust the guidance. The more you record, the more patterns will reveal themselves. The erased woman, the silent story is closer than you realize. She is not just a figure from the past, her essence runs through your veins, her courage echoes in your choices. When you feel sudden waves of strength, know that it is her spirit rising with you. She is not lost, she has been waiting for this moment of return. Archangel Michael says, the story that was stolen is not only returning, it is multiplying. Every truth uncovered will free not just one but many. Do not underestimate the ripple effect. The light you carry is a torch that will ignite countless flames. Type Amen to get blessing 919. A letter, journal or hidden record will soon surface, perhaps tucked away in a drawer, buried in an attic, or even passed casually in conversation. Pay attention. What looks ordinary may hold extraordinary confirmation. Once revealed, it will silence every doubt that ever lingered. And when it happens, peace will descend like a gentle rain after a long drought. You will breathe differently, your family will look at each other differently, and the silence that once weighed heavy will dissolve into honesty, love and freedom. God says, this was never about exposing shame, it was about restoring dignity. The ones who tried to hide will realize they were never beyond my sight, and those who long to be remembered will know they were never forgotten. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. You will notice shifts in your own body, energy that once felt stuck will flow, old pains may ease, your laughter will return fuller, lighter, even your eyes will reflect a glow others cannot ignore. That is because your spirit is no longer carrying what was buried, you've laid it down at the altar of truth. Some will still resist, some will still remain silent, but silence will no longer hold power. The truth is now alive and nothing can bury it again. Your family line has stepped into a new timeline, one written by heaven's hand, not by human fear. Archangel Michael says, well done, beloved, the victory is not only yours. Generations will rise because of your courage. The blessings delayed, the dreams deferred, the promises suspended, they are now in motion. Watch as they overtake you, watch as heaven confirms in ways beyond your imagination. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. A new chapter has opened, one where love is honest, peace is real, and truth is unshakable. And it all began because you chose to stand, to listen, and to speak when silence demanded otherwise. The light you carry now is eternal. It will guide, it will protect, and it will ensure the story remains alive forever. One of the elders may fall ill during this process, not as a curse but as a spiritual shaking. Their body is reacting to what their spirit has long suppressed. But your light will become a balm even to them. Approach them with gentleness. You carry a presence that can break strongholds but also soothe pain. If they let you near, place your hand on their shoulder and say nothing. That moment alone can begin their healing. Don't try to explain too much. Those who are ready will feel the truth before you speak, and those who resist will feel the weight of their own silence catching up to them. Every generation has a breaker. You are the one for yours, and through you the dark echo ends. Type in to get blessing 5252. There's an old journal or diary yet to be discovered. Its pages are yellowed, fragile and sacred. Written by a trembling hand, it carries the words of someone who never got to speak them aloud. When you find it, you will cry, not from sadness but from the overwhelming presence that floods your soul. It will feel like someone is holding you from the other side, saying, "You found me, you heard me." Read every page, even the torn ones. They hold codes, dates, names, truths that will fill in gaps others can't explain. Don't rush, absorb, feel, remember. This journal will become your weapon of light, your scroll of proof, your evidence of injustice and divine vindication. Type in to get blessing 757. Someone younger in your family will begin to look up to you like never before, a niece, nephew, cousin. They will see what you did and feel hope for the first time. You've given them permission to live in truth. This ripple effect is part of heaven's design. What was once hidden has now become healing for others. You were not just chosen to uncover, you were chosen to restore. You are now an ancestor in training. Your legacy begins with this brave act. And long after you've gone, they will speak your name with reverence. Because of you, they'll know what it means to stand in fire and come out as gold. Type in to get blessing 999. The erased woman will now become a guardian in your lineage. She who was denied will now defend. Her presence will grow stronger each time you honor the truth. You may sense her scent, feel her warmth, or dream of her smile. These are not hallucinations, they are confirmations. Spirit walks closely with those who carry the burdens of truth. She will begin to guide you to more than just revelations. She will lead you to blessings, because the removal of her story also removed the fortune meant for her line, and now it is returning to you. Inheritance may come suddenly, money, property, even opportunity. Don't doubt it, it's not random, it's divine reparation. Typing in to get blessing 6060. People you've never met will start appearing with messages, signs, or offers. Some will seem coincidental, but you will know in your gut they are heaven sent. Trust that feeling. Your discernment has been sharpened by fire. You might receive a phone call, a letter, or even a stranger telling you, "You remind me of someone." Don't ignore it, that someone is her. Her spirit is now visible through your walk, your eyes, your tone. This season of truth-telling will end with peace. Not the fragile peace built on silence, but the roaring peace built on freedom. And when that peace arrives, your home will feel different. The air will feel lighter, tension gone, the energy healed. Typing in to get blessing 7777, you have unlocked a spiritual vault in your family's timeline. And through your actions, heaven has recorded your name under Restorer of Generations. You are marked not by shame but by glory. Celebrate this, not with noise but with sacred joy. Light a candle, speak their names, let your ancestors rejoice with you. Archangel Michael says, the seal has been broken, the veil lifted, the truth revealed. What was lost has returned, what was hidden has risen, what was silenced has spoken. And because of you, the story is now complete. Typing in to get blessing 4444, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Your path is sacred, your mission was successful. The divine echoes of your courage will bless every soul connected to your name for generations yet to come. And now as you move forward, expect clarity to flow into areas of your life that once seemed chaotic. Your relationships will shift. Some will fade away quietly while others will suddenly grow stronger and deeper. That's because the truth you now carry is refining every connection around you. A family gathering may happen soon, planned or unplanned. At that moment, the energy in the room will change when you enter. Some will avoid your gaze, others will look at you in awe. Whether they speak it or not, they will feel the power of the truth you've uncovered. Do not seek revenge, do not hold bitterness. What you carry is too sacred to be contaminated with anger. Let your peace be louder than their shame. Archangel Michael says, your silence will sometimes speak louder than words. Just your presence is enough to trigger transformation in those who once lived comfortably in lies. Type in to get blessing 1818, in a family photo once displayed proudly in the home, a person is missing. That person was cropped out on purpose. The original image still exists, untouched somewhere in an old photo album or drawer. When you find it, you'll feel a pulse through your hands. It may look like a normal photo to others, but to you it's proof of what was altered. That image will complete the story for those who still live in denial. Keep it safe, frame it if you feel led. Let it be the silent testimony that this person did exist and they do still matter. You are restoring their name, you are returning their place at the table of legacy. Type in to get blessing 2727, the woman who was erased will begin to bless your path directly. A door will open that has nothing to do with your family but everything to do with your destiny. It will be a door no one else could open for you. Favor will meet you in unusual places, contracts, invitations, unexpected recognition. This is her way of saying, walk through, this was always meant for you. Do not hesitate, do not question whether you are worthy. Heaven already confirmed your worth by entrusting you with the story. What was stolen has been returned, what was buried has been uncovered, what was denied is now restored. Type in to get blessing 3939, in that moment everything will stop. Time itself will feel as if it's bowing to the silence. You will notice the wind, the light, the sound of your own heartbeat in a way you never have before. That place, whether in your memory or before your eyes, will become sacred ground. It's not just nostalgia, it's the universe showing you the roots of your journey, the soil where your healing began. Do not rush away from it, stay. Let the whispers of spirit rise in that silence. You will feel the presence of those who came before you. You will understand that you are not walking alone, you never were. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. At this sacred threshold you may feel emotions you cannot name. Tears may fall not from sadness but from release. You will sense the unseen hands of ancestors who fought for this moment through you. Some of them never had the chance to speak, but now their voices echo through your freedom. Heaven is aligning your footsteps with destiny, and you will know beyond doubt that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. A shift is coming in your relationships. People who once doubted you may try to return, drawn by the light now radiating from your spirit. Some will come with pure intentions, others with confusion, even jealousy. But you will no longer feel shaken by their presence. Your energy has changed, your soul has expanded. You are rooted in truth, and no storm can uproot what heaven has planted. Those who truly belong will remain, those who do not will fade no matter how tightly they try to hold on. Type Amen to get blessing 7272. Your financial path will also begin to reflect this inner transformation. Resources, opportunities, and abundance that were once blocked will flow to you with ease. It is not luck, it is alignment. You will see money attached to purpose, work tied to peace, and opportunities carrying fulfillment. What slipped through your hands before will now arrive with stability. What once felt delayed will now unfold on time, because divine timing is never late. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The dreams you carry, the visions that come when you close your eyes are not random. They are assignments. Some of what you see is for you, but much is for others. When you feel prompted, share them. They are seeds of healing meant to break through the silence of someone else's story. Your voice, your writing, your presence, these are no longer just personal gifts, they are instruments of collective freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Do not be surprised if you begin to notice signs everywhere, numbers repeating, feathers, sudden chills, flashes of light in quiet rooms. These are confirmations. Spirit is showing you that you are surrounded, protected, and guided. The woman they erased is closer now than ever. She smiles through the synchronicities, reminding you that you are her continuation, her answered prayer. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. There may come a night soon where you wake suddenly, heart racing as if someone whispered your name. Do not fear. That is Spirit calling you into deeper awareness. In that silence, listen. You may hear words that sound like your own thoughts but carry a wisdom far greater. These are downloads, messages from heaven preparing you for the next chapter. Keep a journal by your bed, write what you receive. Some of these words will guide you for years to come. Type Amen to get blessing 6363. Your body will also continue to change. You may feel surges of energy, warmth in your hands, ringing in your ears, or sudden waves of peace. These are not illnesses, they are activations. Your spiritual senses are sharpening. The veil between you and heaven is thinning. This is the inheritance that once was silenced in your bloodline, now reawakening in you. Where they were punished for their gifts, you will be honored. Where they were silenced you will be celebrated. Type Amen to get blessing 50-50. In the days ahead you will be called to speak in places you never imagined, maybe to a friend, maybe to a group, maybe even to strangers. Do not doubt yourself. Your words carry power. They are not just yours, they are heaven's. You may think you're only telling your story, but your story is prophecy. It will free others just as it freed you. Type Amen to get blessing 2929, and then there will come a moment when you finally look back, not with pain, not with regret but with gratitude. You will see how every wound was shaping you. How every silence was setting the stage for your voice. How every delay was preparing the right timing. You will no longer see yourself as broken but as chosen. Not as abandoned but as beloved. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You are entering a season where nothing will feel wasted. The suffering, the waiting, the battles, they are all weaving into a greater story. You are becoming the proof that light always outlives the dark, that truth always finds its voice, that love always survives. And the generations after you will know peace because you dared to step into truth. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. From here on your life will not just be survival, it will be overflow. Laughter will return where silence lived. Joy will bloom where grief once grew. And your presence will become a safe place for others to find their own freedom. You are the living bridge between what was buried and what will thrive. And heaven rejoices over you because you have fulfilled what you were born for. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The silence you will feel in that moment is not emptiness but completion. The atmosphere around you will hold the memory of every ancestor who longed for this day, and the stillness will be their way of saying thank you. The chains that held your lineage for generations have fallen, and now every step you take moves on soil that has been purified by your courage. This is not just your victory, it is theirs too. They prayed without seeing it, but you carried their hope into fulfillment. Archangel Michael says, you must understand this is more than healing a wound. This is rewriting the very story of your family. What once lived in shadow has now been dragged into the light, and light always wins. Do not fear what comes next, for what is coming was always meant to find you. You are not only free, you are chosen to lead others into freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 6121. As the days unfold you will notice the way doors open that once remained shut. Conversations that felt impossible will now flow with honesty. Even the ones who once resisted you may find themselves softening, unable to deny the truth you've planted. This is not by your power alone, it is heaven moving through you. Each word you speak carries weight. Each action you take becomes a ripple that reaches far beyond what you can see. And in time you'll find yourself standing at gatherings where joy has replaced silence. Laughter will rise where there once was tension, and the very walls that held secrets will now echo with freedom. Someone will lift a glass, another will whisper a prayer, and though no words are said directly, everyone will feel it. Healing has entered the bloodline. Type Amen to get blessing 7474. Do not mistake this peace as fragile. It is not. It has been forged in fire. It has been bought with tears. It is protected by heaven itself. No attempt to drag you backward will succeed, for the foundation you have laid is divine. You no longer need to fight to prove yourself. Your peace is the proof, your presence is the evidence. Your story has become untouchable, written in a book that no hand can erase. The woman they tried to bury now walks freely beside you. She smiles when you smile, she rests when you rest, and she rises when you rise. Birds in the morning, butterflies by your window, a scent that lingers unexpectedly, these are not coincidences. They are confirmations. She is alive in your courage, reborn in your voice, and at peace in your love. Archangel Michael says, do not look back in regret. Every trial was part of the refining. Every tear watered the soil for this new harvest. The story was never meant to end in pain, it was always meant to end in glory. And now you will witness that glory unfold piece by piece, day by day. Be patient, for heaven is never late. Type Amen to get blessing 8282. There will be moments when someone tries one last time to pull you into the old silence. They may whisper doubts, spread confusion, or try to turn others away from what you've revealed. Do not waste your strength in debate. Do not exhaust your heart in defense. Stand still. Let truth defend itself. What heaven has established cannot be undone by human hands. Soon you will be called into rooms where decisions shape the future. Whether it is a family conversation, a courtroom, or a gathering about inheritance and legacy, do not shrink back. You belong there. You are the voice that carries centuries of prayers, the heart that carries the weight of generations, the spirit chosen to stand in that moment. When you speak, even the walls will remember your voice, the voice that ended silence. Type Amen to get blessing 9414, and one day, perhaps sooner than you think, a child will come to you with wide eyes and a soft question about the past. You will not hide, you will not tremble. You will speak, and their gaze will not be filled with fear but with admiration. They will see in you the strength that changed everything. That child will carry your words forward, and because of you the cycle will never repeat. What was once pain has now become protection. What was once hidden has now become heritage. And what was once shame has now become sacred. Archangel Michael says, because of your voice your family will sleep in peace. Because of your stand the generations will live in truth. And because of your love even those who caused harm will find redemption through the light you now carry. This is your legacy and no one can take it from you. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. And as night falls there will come a moment when you wake in the still hours. The air will be soft, the silence almost holy, and you will know. The war is over, the fight has ended. Your bloodline has come into alignment with heaven's peace. The woman they erased has been restored through you. And you, yes, you are the living altar, the proof that truth outlives lies and that light always returns. And because you rose, the shadows that once clung to your family line now scatter like dust in the wind. The heaviness that sat in corners of homes and hearts has lifted, and in its place rests a peace that cannot be broken. What was once carried in whispers is now spoken in light. What once chained souls has now been dissolved by your courage. You are the keeper of a new fire, a flame that will never dim no matter who tries to deny it. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. The heavens have already opened doors for you that no man can shut. In the days ahead you will notice opportunities arriving that match your spirit, not just your survival. These are not coincidences but confirmations. Divine alignment has taken root and every step you take will echo with authority. You no longer walk as the wounded, you walk as the healed. You no longer speak as the silenced, you speak as the chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 12121. Soon a moment will come when your family gathers again, but this time the atmosphere will be different. There will be laughter where there once was silence and honesty where there once were shadows. Someone may look across the room at you and in their eyes you'll see recognition. They'll know it was you who broke the chain. They may never say it out loud, but heaven will. Heaven will speak it over you again and again. You were the one who stood when others bowed. You were the one who loved when others hid. You were the one who remembered when others forgot. Type Amen to get blessing 10010, and when the night is quiet and the world around you rests, you will feel her presence again, the one who was erased, the one whose story you carried. She walks beside you now, not in sorrow but in freedom. She will keep showing you signs, not because she is lost but because she is alive in your courage. You have given her peace and in turn she gives you strength. This bond cannot be broken, not by time, not by silence, not by death. Type Amen to get blessing 21212. What began in secrecy has ended in testimony. What began in shame has ended in honor. And what began with loss has ended with eternal light. You have sealed the story not with fear but with faith. And heaven smiles knowing the future is safe in your hands. Type Amen to get blessing 99999.